If you miss number 8, I personally think that number 7 and 8 are the hardest questions on here because paragraph 7 is tough. The author included paragraph, and make sure you crossed out 10 and wrote 7, most likely to. Of course, here we're looking at paragraph 7 and we're trying to figure out author's purpose. So you can go ahead and annotate your paper with author's purpose. And this is also an inference question. We have to think about why would the author put that passage in? So let's remember that the purpose of the overall passage, remember it should be connected. The purpose of the overall passage was to inform about how the difficulty of finding and getting water in South Sudan impacts all areas of life. I want to focus in here. We said that, okay, this article is mostly about getting water in South Sudan is difficult, and also getting that water, getting clean water in South Sudan is difficult in South Sudan. So think about that that's the overall purpose of the article. And let's ask ourselves here, what is really being emphasized in paragraph 7? So when I'm reading paragraph 7, when I'm rereading paragraph 7 rather, I really need to look for those repeated ideas. If you corrected number 7, you've already heard this, but the repeated idea in paragraph 7 is kind of tricky. We have all of these materials, and the author uses a similar word to describe how or the way the people in South Sudan require these materials. So think about here, all these materials, if you were to put them side by side, drilling rig, compressed air, soil, diesel fuel, special polymer, it's all pipe. All of those things are very different, but they have one thing in common based on what the passage says. Think about what they have in common. All these materials are different. They have one thing in common. Then think about what is the author emphasizing by including all of these different materials and saying that and saying what they have in common. What is the author emphasizing here? So let's start with emphasize and continue on. Hard question. Try it again. Don't be discouraged if you got it wrong. This is the hardest one, I think.